Hey traders, how you doing out there? This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today's date is September 16th, 2025. We're into the last 30 minutes of the day. Here. Market remains, the bulls just remain crazy strong. They will not let go. And hey, that's okay with me. Now, I think everybody knows that tomorrow we get Mr. Powell going to give us our news, quarter point. We don't know that 100% sure, but that sure is what the street seems to think. Markets seem to think that too. And maybe half, who knows? That could happen. And what will that do with the market? Unfortunately, I wish I had a crystal ball and could tell you what it would do. But if we set the whole Fed thing aside and simply look at the charts, you can't argue with this market being bullish. You just can't do it. We just keep moving up and up and up and up. The last 2 days right through here, we're getting a little bit of consolidation. I've drawn a line. You can see this line right there, that orange line up right there. I've drawn a line there, and we've hopped on top of it. If we take these highs, we've hopped on top of it, and now we're just kind of cruising, walking up that line. So if we lose that, then I'll be watching this second orange line down here, which is nothing more than an extension of the 8 EMA, the black line here. That's all that is. Now, if we were to get below that, I'm going to have a lot of concern, near-term concern. I'm not worried about it long-term. I don't believe, we're going to come crashing down or anything. But just a little bit of a dip. There's no question. I don't think anybody in the world is going to argue with the fact that we're a bit overbought in this market, just a little bit overbought. So a little bit of a pullback wouldn't be a bad thing at all. But overall, I think the bulls still have the game. T2123 is still hanging on. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of sideways action here, but I think most of that is due to the Fed's, whatever the Fed's comments will be tomorrow. I think it's just the market being a little bit soggy and soft right now. That's all that is. And then VXX here, we're moving up, but I think on the hourly chart, I think what this is mostly is just simply hedging going on. If we take a look at VXX in a bigger picture here, we just don't have anything really working yet. You can see that 60-minute chart is trying to get going, but we don't have anything on the daily. So there's nothing, nothing. I don't think personally, for me, there's nothing to be, too worried about right now. So we'll just see what happens here after Mr. Powell speaks. Outside of that, things are going pretty good. I think there's some pretty nice charts out there. If you take a look at AI, this is one that I'm holding. Oh, hey, before we talk about a few more, and I'm going to go over a couple that I'm holding here in the chart, but please check below this video and register for my workshop coming up this coming Tuesday, September 23rd. Please register for that. We're going to cover things like the rounded bottom breakout. We're going to cover the pinball setup and the modified pinball setup. We're going to cover the T-line, the 8 EMA, the trend indicator. We're going to cover the way I set up target areas just using something very simple like this right here, and I'll show you how to set that up. Just lots of good information that will come out of this Tuesday. A lot of good educational stuff, and we're going to look at some trades. We're going to make some trades. We're going to look at possibly shorting if the market is set up to short. So please check below this video in the chat area, register for our It's not an open house. It's an actual workshop. Okay, actual workshop. All right. Here's some positions that I'm holding right now, and also FYI, just to tell you that I will most likely be out of every one of these positions on Wednesday, and it's not just because of the Fed speak, but I will not be where I can manage my account on Thursday. I will be traveling, so part of my management system is don't be there if there's possibly going to be a problem. So just to let everyone know. Anyway, AI, I'm holding AI, currently up 31% on it. It looks like it's working out nice. I really want this thing to pop up and move a little higher. I think it's got some nice upside room to it. PTIR, I'm holding PTIR, currently up 20% in that, and that looks like it's ready to just take right off here. If the market was a little better today, then it just might go, but unfortunately the market is a little bit soft, a little bit soggy today. QS, I'm holding QS, up 15% on that. And right now that looks like it's moving higher. I would like to say that that's a target. It's just that I probably won't be here to see the gains in some of these. Now, there's a chance I will be out of town Friday, but there's a chance I could get back in them Friday, and then I'll be back at work Monday. So we'll see what happens, all right? But Wednesday, I'm out of the picture. I'm sorry, Thursday. So for protection, I'm going to close some of these up. UEC, what a nosedive today. I guess it's a really good thing I took my profits, half the profits out of this yesterday when it was up here at the top. Hit my target, took my half my money. I was thinking we'd get a little bit of an extension. Well, that thinking was wrong, wasn't it? This thing has pulled back. I haven't decided whether I'm going to close this up or not yet today, or wait till tomorrow. Just a little while ago, bought some BMNR, and that's doing pretty well. I'm green on that and looking for that to move up. Next target to the upside is about 59 up here, followed by 63. Anyway, that's great looking Fig Newton type chart pattern. We just recently crossed the 50. The 8 EMAs crossing the 50. Love the chart setup on this one. I am still holding ETHA. I am not on the green side of that. I was over here, and it has now pulled back. Still holding it. Still looking for that to pop up. And then QUBT. QUBT. These are the positions I'm holding in the Road to Wealth account. I held through that. Man, that is turning out not bad. Earlier today, man, this was ugly. And patience stayed in it. And then here this afternoon, it's moving up quite nice. So maybe QUBT gets a nice pop before I have to shut her down. So anyway, again, the main thing is, especially for any folks with small accounts or you're struggling, don't be there for the Fed. If the market might not work out, it might not, and you can't afford big drawdowns. Those with larger accounts, then you can afford for it to draw down a little bit. So it's just part of management, and sometimes cash is the best place to be, and cash is a position. So if you are concerned, that might be a way to go. Outside of that, the bulls have total control. They're not giving up based on the charts, and you just have to make sure that Mr. Powell doesn't say something that kind of frightens the market a little bit. Anyway, there's lots of great charts here. Hope to see everybody at our workshop on this coming Tuesday, September 23rd. Okay, register for that. We'll see everybody there. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Hope it helps. Ask me questions. I'll be glad to answer. All righty.